guys, I just want to talk briefly about challenges that you may face on the mat. If I ask my students at the end or at the beginning or at any point in the sparring session, what is the biggest hurdle you have to deal with? What is the challenge? Most people, whether they answer or not, will find that it's the fear of getting hit. And it's a completely legitimate fear. You want to be able to train in a safe and welcoming and friendly environment. That being said, it is an extreme sport. By definition, it's a collision sport. Stuff will happen. As a coach, I find the hardest thing has always been tempering the sparring session so that you get the most out of it with the least amount of damage, yet it's done in real time with a level of intent, not a level of dangerous intent, but a level of intent so that we're pressure testing ourselves. And occasionally, what's going to happen is you're going to walk into one, they're going to throw a perfect jab or a nice right cross, and you're going to get stung, and you're going to have to deal with that. And again, 16-ounce gloves, mouth guards, head guards, we do our very best to protect ourselves. And they're not, 16s are not a carte blanche to just suddenly go ape shit and start throwing bombs. That's an undisciplined trainer, very undisciplined, and really that they still require a great deal of skill and control, therefore incidental or accidental contact. That being said, again, we do our very best to protect ourselves, and I do my very best as a coach to make sure that you're developing skill sets so that you can control the punch. But you are going to walk into one occasionally, and it's going to happen. And you have to suck that up, because if we put you in an environment that's just like cotton wool, the skill sets are unrealistic. I don't want anyone to get hurt, but I do want them to feel the pressure. And occasionally getting stung is part of that. And it's what it does allow you, if you take the lesson, is to push through that, to push that barrier aside and keep moving forward, and find that little bit of mongrel dog in you that you need if shit kicks off and gets real on the street. You need to know what you're capable of. And we pressure test ourselves as much as possible on the mat to get as close to that as possible without being reckless or putting people in or endangering people. But it is a challenge as a coach, it's a challenge as a student to turn up to sparring classes and go at it. And we have a very strict policy on the mat that a senior student will spar at a level that challenges someone less experienced than them. They're not going to take pot shots at you or bully you or push you around. We don't condone that, but they will push you, and they have to have a certain level of restraint and a level of a temperament that allows them to work above your level and within themselves. And then when they will do is turn around and spar with someone more senior than themselves and experience something similar. And that's been going on for 30 plus years. And it's worked fantastically, and we have many, and again, however many champions your school has is no indication of really the quality of your mat or anything else. Schools that, or the success of the school, it doesn't necessarily live or die on those successes. But you still need to train in a as realistic as possible environment, and but also practice as much safety for the well-being of the student as possible. So yes, it is a challenge, and it's one that my students face every day, and I face it every day as a coach. How hard is too hard? How much is too much? And you need to continually reinvent yourself and continually put that information in your students' heads about keeping things under control, at the same time keeping them real. Difficult. It's a very fine line to walk, okay? But it's a challenge you need to face every day. Thank you.